New models from Porsche are not something that come along every day. So it's not surprising that this, the first totally new Porsche for almost 2 decades, the Boxster, is a car that just everyone wants to get their hands on. The thing with the Boxster is that it has an awful lot to live up to. I mean, sibling rivalry doesn't get much fiercer than when your big brother is the 911. But the Boxster has managed to rise to the challenge beautifully. But don't kid yourself, you're not paying 60 grand, so you certainly won't get the thrills and power by the bootful that you would behind the wheel of a 911. But what you do get is Porsche's all-new 2.5 litre 6-cylinder engine that, even though it's water-cooled, will still give you the kind of performance that drivers dream about. It certainly won't disappoint, with a top speed of 150 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in just under 7 seconds. The sound that comes out from the engine is absolutely wonderful, and the tune from the centrally positioned tailpipe is the car industry's equivalent of an Oasis #1. The engine really is incredibly smooth and the gear change snappy, and again also very smooth. The Boxster is a car you can have great fun in, safe in the knowledge that you're in a rear-wheel drive dream that corners beautifully with astonishing grip and also manages to feel secure and reassuring. The power-assisted steering is very direct, and the brakes are developed from Porsche's motorsport programs. They're extremely powerful, stopping the Boxster from 60 miles per hour to 0 in just 2.7 seconds. I can't show you the stunning flat-six engine because it's mid-mounted, hidden away here between the cabin and the rear boot, safely tucked away from all but the hands of the most experienced and expensive Porsche mechanics. Here in the boot is the only bit that you and I can get our hands on. This small service area. Simple, just the way I like my car's engines to be. So if this doesn't house the engine, then what does live here? Let's take a look. Well, you've got the spare and plenty of storage space, something else that puts the Boxster well above its rivals. There are just 2 models in the Boxster's range. There's this, the 5-speed manual, and for £2,600 extra, you can go for the Tiptronic version, which uses Formula 1 style buttons on the steering wheel. Just perfect for those wannabe Villeneuves to fantasise with. The Boxster may well ooze precision German engineering and performance, but you know, it's not exactly back of the class when it comes to style. Designed to evoke memories of classic Porsches from years gone by, the Boxster turns heads wherever it goes. The styling is so strong and it has such fantastic pose value that even my granny wanted to be taken for a spin in it. The Boxster is also one of the rare breed of soft tops that looks just as good with the hood up as it does down. And what a hood it is! In just 12 seconds, you're sheltered from the elements, making the Boxsters the fastest hood in the business. Boxster manages to combine classic Porsche features with modern day style, and the interior is no different. In keeping with Porsche's tradition, the ignition is on the outer side of the steering wheel here, and that's a throwback to the early Le Mans days, when the drivers had to sprint to their cars from the edge of the track. Having the ignition here made it faster and easier for them to start. The overall interior layout looks great and features in prominent position, of course, the rev counter, which also includes, in a concession to the 90s, an analogue speedo. But the Boxster has made it slightly more of an affordable dream. At £34,000, it may well be half the price of its stablemate, the 911, but that's still an awful lot of pennies. But if you've set your heart on one day owning a Porsche, and nothing but that badge on the bonnet is good enough for you, then cancel your holiday, stay in for the foreseeable future and put your name on the waiting list, because this is a car that I promise you will put you in driving heaven.